monde et bienvenue au LEC. Quelle journée incroyable comme BDS contre SK et tant de joueurs français sur le podium aujourd'hui.
Super contente d'être là, oui, pour voir tous ces joueurs français, tous ces joueurs issus de la LFL, la meilleure ERL qu'on peut trouver en Europe. Et habillé en schtroumpf. Oui, c'est schtroumpf. Yeah, schtroumpf. That's the word in French.
Les bleus alors, c'est parfait, c'est français aussi.
C'est parfait, c'est français, Coco.
Qu'est-ce que tu en penses, Coco?
I'm not Renekton. I don't speak French. But
yeah.
Screw up the wall and Labrov forced to burn his own.
Yeah, Labrov recognizing, wait a minute, I don't have a dash, you can't just leave me here. There's a bit of an unfortunate deal there, so we've seen now both supports kind of having themselves in unfortunate positions as both top laners now find themselves in a 1v1. The equalizer comes down as well as the overheat. The Ignite's been ticking onto Adam, he's got some extra movement, but he's not got the damage! And that is the power of the Rumble, the shred on the magic resistance, and you just put down your overheat.
And that's the big one there, especially with the Hex Drinker for Adam. He's already planning to try and make a play happen, but now look on the bot side.
Yeah, gonna see them now go for a 2v3. As Dots does get taken out, Crowny just perfectly set up there to throw in the rocket. Now Exakick taken very low, but hasn't been taken down. Ghost was pushing on Crowny.
And you can see the dividends paying off on opposite sides of the map, right? A whole heap of intense play that sets up for the game-winning play.
Absolutely, I see Exakick has a flash at the end there, because if he wasn't out of that hostile takeover, he probably would have done the damage for them. It would have just ended it so much quicker. And there, in the damage graph in that last fight, is just telling you the story of this game. Crowny heads and above his counterpart in this particular setup. And I just, again, it's kind of, harking back to, our BDS, truly the #1 team in the regular split. They, were, best of ones are always a hard metric to kind of come into it, but they've come into this best of 3 with a plan. They've executed very cleanly, and they haven't panicked.
And now BDS are getting to reap the rewards, pushing in on bot side. SK trying to see if they can find answers on the top end, but BDS won't be stopped.
I really appreciate that blue item. So let's play.
게임 하러 가자.
Let's play! Welcome to the Caster Desk. G2 Esports versus Koi. I'm Dracos, that's Cadril.
Hello, hello.
We're energized.
Geared up. You double comboed.
Yeah, that was questionable.
He's gassed full of energy right now. I can tell you Dracos was doing jumping jacks like 5 seconds before it came to us.
Red Bull in each hand.
Red Bull in each hand, coffee
Trying
in the
to
other.
figure out how many eyes I can put in wings before we...
Eyes in what?
In the ad, they have to put eye 3 times in the wings.
Oh yeah, maybe wings.
Yeah, it's all right.
Well, the game's about to start.
Champions select G2 versus Koi.
Oh my. Are they gonna...
Pantheon jungle?
G2 are always cooking something up. So every time they hovers, okay, they've locked in Pantheon. So I don't even know where that's going either right now. I'm going to assume it's jungle, but it could also be something like mid.
Time to play my favorite Caster Desk game of all time, which is that I will fill air while you furiously Google op.gg history. And then by the end of this champion select, we will speak with full confidence about what this Pantheon is doing. For now,
the problem is the pieces are in German, so I have to translate. No, but I do remember those Pantheon changes. Like, I don't know if it was this patch, last patch, before that. Anyway, we'll go through the draft first and then figure that out as we get into game. But there's a Zeri locked in for comp. Obviously, I haven't picked up their support yet, so things like the Lulu band could work pretty well for G2.
With the passive shield coming through, bone plating, as well as the healing coming in from the Dorans, it's going to make things a lot easier for him to just out-survive.
Do you want to hear a fun fact about Heimerdinger?
Yes.
What do you think Heimerdinger's win rate is in the LEC spring split?
Just spring?
Yeah.
It's got to be like 40, 50?
12.5%.
Was that like 1 in 7?
I don't know how many games it was, but 12.5%, that's a low number.
Someone's got to be absolutely... Someone just screamed in my ear that's 1 in 7. So
that's 1 in 7?
Confirmed.
Wait, how did you...
My basic math skills.
Daniel Dracos on the mic.
There it is.
Get this man. Actually, don't get this man a calculator. He's a human calculator.
No, don't do that. That's bad. We talked about this yesterday when we were struggling to do math.
Oh, gank top. They've still been sitting up here.
Flash in, immediately going to throw down the Ignite. Conqueror already instantly stacked. Courtesy of that Pantheon passive on top of the W. Now they're trying to focus down Shigenda, but they burned a lot of their cooldowns. They pretty much run out of options here. Broken Blade now stepping forward. Aegis Assault not going to do a lot here, but he's going to leap in again. Those CDR buffs looking strong. First blood coming through. Mauring, you ain't got no business being here.
The only way is forwards for Broken Blades. Jumps on top of Shigenda, manages to get the kill. Caps fighting Larson here in the wave, does get the Q stacked up. Doesn't look like he's going to commit to it anymore. But that's a 2-0 Pantheon in the first 5 minutes of the game. He's going to get the wave in as well. That's going to be straight to Dirk. Shigenda's not playing phase rush or anything that can make him very safe. Of course, he can knock back on the first Pantheon W, but he'll never really win the trade.
At least they're trading one back, but it is disaster for Koi as they take so long to take down Mickey.
That was so much damage, and I think it came from Yike. He actually interrupted Larsen's W, otherwise Mickey was dead. The body slam saving him there on top of the ult. The cask just blew through the health bars of Koi. They all got dispersed. Comp just dashed over.
He's gonna get body slammed. Has to flash out. Caps whips there on the Q to get the Q3, so won't be able to follow up by throwing out the Tornado and trying to get the ult. Overall, still G2 pulling further and further ahead of gold. Now a 4K difference between the teams. It felt like after that mid lane play that maybe Koi had, ironed out some of the executional issues after the top side play, but G2 was always at least trading even across the map and more often than not trading up.
And the best thing for G2 is a lot of this gold has been placed onto Yike. He's really their only AP next to Mickey, kind of. Hans will do a little bit of AP damage if he decides to go through the Zhonya's Riot build as well. But when you're playing Night Harvest or Electrocute, you really want to make sure you get ahead. And you can see his 1.6k gold ahead of Malrang. Next objective will be this Herald in 40 seconds. They place Broken Blade mid. I think this is just to catch the next wave. Comp is slowly going to get stronger and stronger, but he needs 2 or 3 more items before he can match against these champions. Mickey, hello Mickey.
He is in no man's land. He's setting up the towers and he's getting dunked down. I didn't see that scene in Arcane.
Chase just dunks down the Heimerdinger, takes him off the council, and Malrang's now hovering around mid. Broken Blade's still here. Caps is farming Raptors. Map's in a bit of a weird state.
I guess I did see that scene.
It did happen. Just didn't involve a hammer.
Yeah, well, a more aggressive way. More of a coup than a voting off the island.
Bonks him out of the council. Now Hans is going to get this top tier 1. Koi's cross-mapping on the bot side, so Koi keeping up in pace in terms of map movement, but the skirmishes aren't going in their favor just yet. You can see in terms of time, they're a little bit behind. That tower is quite tanky still. Comp no QR, massive burst. I think that was a Heimerdinger turret shot as well.
Stolen Varus ultimate has to finish the kill.
Snipes out Mickey with it, doesn't he? So
and good credit to Larsen, but the fact that that was what it took is crushing for Koi.
Did he just take the meat and leave? Wait, he doesn't... Wait, that's all he wanted?
If this stuff I'm out.
Wait, he doesn't even care about Heimerdinger.
Bro, I mean, to be fair, like if you think about cats, right? Do cats really love you? Like if you stop feeding your cat, is it going to stick around? Probably not.
What meat was that?
That's a great question. What meat was that, Riot Games? A little sussy.
Yeah, that was a little sussy.
Is he just
like a little
yordles?
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm going to have to read up on that after this game. So, 2 items for Broken Blade. Still 2 levels down on Shigenda, though, so he really is roaming around this map.
Ooh, 50% of Mickey's health. He is just level 7. Good knock-up. Caps immediately going to follow up. Bomba coming out, but just knocking Shigenda away. Forcing the flash, though. Now Caps caught up. Instant one-shot on the also should be all that takes Hansama on the backside. Hansama going to be everything. BB in the middle of everyone, but keep your eyes on the bars. The damage he's putting out is insane. The burst on the front line. Broken Blade and Yike ready to keep the fight going. And again, it starts so good for Koi in so many exchanges, but it is always G2 who finish the fight.
While you bow to the sun, my spear finds your neck. The Pantheon just comes in and melts through Koi. 6 kills right now for Broken Blade. Herald won't crash onto the tier 3, but Malrang.
Damn. I don't know, Spicy, or whatever quote you just said, or that G2 team fight, but that was...
Caps oversteps there. Broken Blade might be in range for the ult, but yikes, clearing his camps.
This is not ideal for Caps if you don't have Q3 stacked here.
I'm not sure if they can take this.
Hello. Walking into Trimby. But again, they're just taking their time stacking up these Qs. They don't like this play anymore. That's the Ignite now gone. He's walking forward. Here comes the Pantheon. The ganker has become the ganked.
Well,
Trimby taken out.
Caps got a bit of a kinder surprise there, didn't he? Just walked into the bush. Oh, Leona's here. Managed to get the kill. I can see what Trimby was going for there. With the longer he waits, the better it is. The ideal play there is Caps hangs around, they go towards mid to get the next mid wave. Trimby surprises him with Shigenda. They get a pick onto Caps, and then they can force Baron 5v4. You get back in the game.
Well,
but now they're probably just going to lose this Baron.
One of the big things about Yasuo, part of the reason why he feels so oppressive in lane but so weak as you get later in the game, is he really needs to be able to stack his Q. He needs a wave to dash through to really get full power. Doesn't get in that case, but still enough.
Baron's gone though.
3K getting lower. G2 shredding through this one. That's the power of a Pantheon, of Varus, and a Yasuo, but now the fight continuing. Caps fishing for the knock. He finds 2! A beautiful tornado to kick this fight off. Malrang now on the retreat. Comp on the backside. Everything falling apart for Koi, and here comes Caps again. He will not stop. G2 see their opportunity, and they take it. They'll get every buff on the map, and now they'll look to press to their advantage in the mid lane.
So much damage coming out of Yike. Triple kill for G2's jungler. Shigenda, I wonder if he's going to escape here. The spear cancels the recall. Now he's behind enemy lines. Not sure if Broken Blade wants to take this fight. Rest of G2 are pushing into Koi's base, but Mickey's here to cover.
Shigenda. Nothing really going on here, sadly.
Flash Locket doesn't save him in time. Yike is finished. Bot side River looking for Trimby now.
They're doubling down. Hansama and Caps are going to end the game. Trimby is on a walkabout.
What has happened to Koi in these last few minutes? Trimby gets caught going for an aggressive play, but then they choose to fight 4v5. They go in after the Baron dies, they get chased down, there's no room to fight, they're lacking a lot of engage on the Leona, so they can't turn, and now G2 all of a sudden have blown the game wide open. Tier 2 gone in the top side, Tier 2 mid, and Tier 3 mid has fallen as well. 2 minutes 45 seconds on this next Elder, but I'm not even sure if it'll come down to an Elder fight.
Doesn't need anything else. G2 pulling the trigger, getting things kicked off. Caps going gold and buys himself a brief moment for the rest of the team to back him up as Shigendo walks away from Mickey. Oh, how the turns have tabled, Jace. But, Mickey just going to walk him down with these creeps. The rest of G2 looking to end the game now.
Yeah, pushing into the Nexus. Larson's going to have to heal up. Comps has the ult and he's level 16, but no summoners. G2 do so much damage to these towers.
They're 12k ahead. This is the finish that they have earned themselves on the back of so many plays prior to this moment. Koi, there are no options left in this game. They must look ahead to game 2. Adapt if they want to survive in this best of 3 as G2 take game 1.
What a game from Yike, man, on your screen right now. Probably did the highest damage his entire team with just destroying Koi in these fights, landing multiple barrels, multiple combos.
Yeah, a lot of times when you see Yasuo Gragas, the Gragas is there to enable the Yasuo. This time the Yasuo was there to enable the Gragas.
You know how in the match week video again, Yike was like, I'm kind of like the only jungler who plays these farming carry junglers, and Caps is there to support. Calling Larson here. Caps could be in trouble.
Caps in no man's land here. He can't really dash over the wall. He's going to have to use the ulti immediately if he wants to make it out to safety. Will not. Will just drop down here. Now going to ult Malrang back. Flash over the wall. Making it out to safety. He's in bad land. The body block. Yike, an absolute hero in this series. Now trying to heal up. Caps trying to get a bit more damage down, but there's the frozen thrall coming out. Yike. Gonna fall down here. Tried desperately to save his mid laner. He will not get a kill back. It is a double for Malrang.
That's exactly what Koi wanted. Caps getting a bit greedy there. Wanted to dive comp, maybe stop his base. Nets kills for Malrang on this Lee Sin. 2v2 is only really gonna get stronger because this is a pre-level 6 Lee Sin. So he sees Caps, who's looking bot. Calls Larson. Page HP, they don't have Lissandra ult, they don't have Lee Sin. They're missing a lot of lockdown. Caps can get some damage done here.
One was stolen before. Can another be stolen this time around? It's a polymorph Gragas in the pin. It's 3k. It's getting lower, but they've not bursted it down. Now G2 just setting their eyes on the Baron. They need to burst through the objective. G2 kind of targeted to take a little bit of a scrappy fight here, but they will not steal the objective. They will not take the fight. They will not get anything. Koi wiping the floor with G2.
It's clean. Only Trimby was under any kind of threat, and he manages to get out alive. Baron recalls coming in. That's the nail in the coffin. I think G2's windows, their time has ran out. Koi will do a victory lap in the next few minutes to close this game out. Hans is looking to cover. Maybe he can get a snipe here onto Shigenda. How much damage does this do to Q?
Running in here. No fear.
You use an oven if you bake. You do, right? So that's is baking cooking?
Yes.
Okay.
You use an oven if you bake.
I've never baked. Shocked?
No. No, not in the slightest.
I'm good at making pasta though.
Yes, you are. I can attest to that.
Did I make you pasta once?
Yes, you did.
Was it good?
And breakfast. Yes, you did. Or
Hell
yes, it
yeah.
was.
There it is. Casual can cook.
Yes. G2 can also cook, but sometimes
Yeah.
they bake or they cook too much, whatever you
Kitchen's
prefer.
on fire right now for G2. The question is it one of those things where it's like, we'll get him in the next game, go blue side, just run it back, same draft, and hope the game is
that
similar to
episode of
game 1?
Kitchen Nightmares where that person is just like buying... Never mind. We're getting too deep.
Kitchen Nightmares is my
I'm
jam.
getting more lost in the sauce than G2 is right now in this draft.
pulling up
I
all
don't have
these
time to make my
shows.
point. It reminds me of your Lee Sin, Keiko.
Oh,
That's what I
yes.
was going to say.
Oh,
Let's
great.
send it over to the post-match to hear more about Malrang's Lee Sin.
We said we're going to play
AD, I don't know.
Lee
I
Sin
actually don't know what you're going
solo
to talk about. I'm sorry. I just set you up for failure here. Talk about whatever you want, AD.
Baby, well, baby, we're gonna talk about. Oh, I can still hear them. Or was it you?
That was me.
Oh, okay, we are going to talk about Malrang's Lee Sin. We actually going to have Lee Sin joining us, I believe, too, in just a bit. And you know, when we got into this match, and I want to say especially after game 1, you know, we were starting to think, will this be another, G2 just calls it a day and has an easy 2-0 or what then? But Koi has had G2's number in the past, I want to say, in best ofs also, right? In recent memory.
One more creep, that cannon will die, he'll get level 6. And now the setup is looking pretty juicy.
The walking forward, instant knock-up, knock-back. Body slam can follow, coming in from Broken Blade, trying to get out of that ulti as Shigenda now running out to safety, zooming away. He's going to live!
He is going to live. Yikes, Q's up now. He needs to charge the Q. Broken Blade needs to tank.
Body slam forward with the flash, finishing the kill. go. First blood and a little bit of a coming out on that emo.
Larsen's got the blast cone, he's got the ult. Broken Blade knows he's around here. Barrel will slow him down. Larsen knows it's in there because of the Ghost Power, so he tries to dash. He has a flash ult here, but then Broken Blade has the body slam, so he can't commit for it. We'll have to catch the wave. Caps will push in mid, and they'll lose a couple creeps in there. He needs to fix his top wave, help his top laner out.
And well-executed gank on the top side. For G2 ultimately Vision down, the second ulti gonna come out. He goes golden. Comp just waiting, the hook gonna come in. Flash out to safety, but Comp hits him with a boomerang blade anyway. There will be no safety this time around. The Chomp hitting onto Comp. Now immediately they're gonna get the fight kicked off, but it is Yike in no man's land. He's not getting anything done. G2 now trying to turn, G2 now trying to clash, but there's Larsen on the backside. The Akali waiting. Has to hold his breath, has to make sure these cooldowns count. Now looking to finish off Hansama. Immortal Shield, but will not be enough. Broken Blade now next on the list is Koi. Monstering G2 on the bottom side of the map, taking their time here. Shigenda just looking to set up the stun. Berlin coming alive for Koi.
Larsen wants it. He's under the tower, 1 versus 5. Malrang needs to drop the aggro. They need to let it reset onto the cannon. Broken Blade has the body slam to work with. Mickey's quite close, but yeah, he goes down. Mickey misses the combo. Maybe he dies here.
Mickey, no, he's gonna get one back, and that's gonna be big. That's at least a little bit of gold in return. Mickey tries, gonna connect to the Broken Blade, and that is massive. That could be fight deciding, but now there's a TP in the middle of the pit. They're trying to turn and burn. Yike throwing out the ultimate caps, taking out Koi. Coming together as a death ball to decimate G2 around the pit. They take away the dragon, and now G2, they've overcommitted. They've overstayed their welcome. The shuriken flip will not connect, but here comes Trimby over the wall. The hex flash in. Mickey knows it's now or never. He has to turn, but there is nothing left for G2 in the fight. The ultimate from the cannon. Malrang to finish a double for Comp and an ace for Koi.
5 for 0. We'll see if they can get an objective off of that. 10 seconds on Yike's respawn. Shigenda's pushing out bot and has TP. I don't think they can get a Baron. G2 stopped the soul, but the dive didn't work. I think Yike went in way too early there. G2 actually had a pretty good position after the hook to chunk out the front line of Koi. Broken Blade tries to body slam away from it. It looks bad initially, but Hans is free and getting some damage down. But Yike goes so deep. Caps flashes in thinking, well, this is our only choice. This is our only option. If you've only used ult, I have to follow up, but I don't have ult. So I'll flash Q, see if you can get the kill. Turns out they can
win every single team fight from here on out.
So I think Koi can start to force this Nash. The only pain they have is that Scuttle Crab is down, so they have a little bit of vision to work with. Looking over the wall here, Yike. Hang on a second, he's going really deep here. Mickey is not the damage dealer you need next year. He's going off the Trimby.
Ready to pitch for a play. G2, are they going to full commit to this? Looking to burn down Trimby before anything else can happen. Cap's going to miss on the charm, and the rest of Koi now descending. Mickey trying to get out to safety, but they kind of just appear and then disappear just like that.
G2 really getting lost in the chaos, looking for a pick, looking for some way into this river. They were kind of getting choked out towards the top side. G2 going to try and look for this mid-tier 1, but Koi are going to pick up an easy Baron. Shigenda's marking the rest of the members of G2 in case they want to contest. I think with this Baron they can start to threaten G2's base, start to break open that mid and bot tier 2, and then play for this next dragon. They're waiting for Trimby. Get 5 Baron buffs, why not?
Trimby. Ooh. I mean, I'm just blown away.
Oh wait, he spiked. I'm not sure if did Trimby get it? I hope he got it. On the right side, it looked like he was 1 second away from respawn. He did get it.
He did get it.
So 5-man Baron buffed up. Koi.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was going to say, I am very impressed. I was not sure what to think. Koi were coming off a 2-game losing streak at the end of the regular season. They came into this series, game 1, I was like, it's done. It's over. But game 2, they weathered the storm of G2's more creative drafts. And game 3, they've just been better. Malrang, a monster in games 2 and 3. Shigenda, a monster in games 1 and 2. Comp and Trimby really showing up in this game 3. And Larsen, pretty consistent throughout, outside of the game 1. So this is a team that I think we kind of have to remind ourselves every once in a while that they are. Shigenda is not there. Mickey gets hooked. Mickey goes gold. He finally has the hourglass, but now it's Hansama on the backside. Hansama has no life. Hansama has no room to play. Finally, they'll take down Malrang. No! He's just been knocked into the backline, and out. Malrang gets the kill. The Gragasol betrays the team, and now Shigenda leaping in, but he's left a little bit too far. Goes golden in the final moments, uses the stopwatch to get away from the charm, and Yike desperate to do anything, but that is it. They are done. They are dusted. Koi have taken down the favorites in this league. Koi have moved up. Koi will face BDS tomorrow for a chance in the best of 5s. Game 1 was rocky, but game 2 and 3 belongs to Koi, and they have dominated G2 in the match today.
Fantastic showing in the match of the week. Trimby's looking for some spawn kills, isn't he? Hook onto Mickey, doesn't get the flay. They want a bit more blood, don't they? Don't want to end it just yet. They're looking for the next hook. Is it going to land? He thought that he'd Q to the... Oh, he did Q to it, but he's going to die. And Comp is legendary. Outstanding performance from him. What a bounce back for Koi. G2 maybe back to the drawing board. I feel like when these early leads don't come through, it becomes a very, very tough game. And yeah, Koi's map movements, their prediction of G2's movements around sides and how they want to look for these picks. The only time they really got caught off guard was when they overloaded on that bot tower and got 2 kills. Other than that, they really couldn't find much.
Overall, yeah, I'm very impressed. I think that I was skeptical with the Lee Sin, Malrang popped off. I was skeptical with the Wukong, Malrang popped off. And I think that this is a team that, when they are playing in form, when they have a clear idea of what they want to be doing in the meta, they are such a force to be reckoned with.